So I keep getting asked in the comments of my videos on etiquette at private clubs versus municipal clubs. So I thought I'd talk about it again. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Trey. I'm a +3 handicap, and I've had the privilege of playing at some top 100 golf courses. So I've seen a lot of the different rules kind of across the board. Now to start off with dress codes, and this is probably the most common question I get, the easiest way to check is to go on the country club website and look at the guest policies, or to ask the member that's inviting you if there's something specifically you're concerned about. There are some clubs that require jackets inside the clubhouse, but that's not the norm by any means. Typically golf attire, your standard polo, nice shorts or pants with a belt tucked in and nice shoes is going to be totally fine the majority of places you go to. One of the things you might not know is that not a lot of clubs allow the changing of shoes in the parking lot, and that can get you in trouble with the member. So make sure to check the website before you do anything like that. And if they do require you to change them in the locker room, the easiest thing to do is just get a shoe bag or just carry your shoes with your bag as you're going to the clubhouse for bag drop. The next thing is going to be cell phone policy. Cell phone policy also varies per club. Some clubs don't allow cell phone usage at all. Some allow it on the outside grounds, but not on the golf course. So you step away from the range if you get a phone call, work call, etc. They will also state that on the website what their cell phone policy is. But the easiest thing is just try to avoid using your cell phone if you can. Some clubs are going to be member paying, so you can't pay for your round. It's going to be put on the members tab. The way that I like to typically pay this off on the back end is either offer to pay for dinner, lunch, drinks, etc., or give a gift at the end. So sometimes I played on my top 100 rounds. I have paid for a pair of shoes for that person. I've called the pro shop and said, what's this person's shoe size, bought those shoes and had them delivered to the locker. That's the easiest thing to do. Now, that's not super common, but it is a way to make sure that you are showing you're appreciative of the experience you're about to have. In terms of general etiquette as well, make sure not to show up way too early for your golf round. If you're showing up 3 hours early for your round and you're not getting lunch with your actual host, that's kind of weird. I typically arrive about an hour before my tee time so I can make sure I get set up and everything and I have an adequate amount of time to warm up, but nothing kind of odd by any means. When you're working at the end of the round and someone's offering to wash your clubs for you, some of the cart barn guys, etc., it's nice to have cash on hand in case there are a tipping club. Some clubs are no tipping, so that is something to be aware of as well. You can ask the host about that too. It's a pretty easy one. But overall, as a general rule, just be a courteous and thoughtful person. You don't need to walk on eggshells, but if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, right? If it's your first time, going to a nice club and you want to make sure you're doing it right, there's nothing wrong with asking. So enjoy your experience there, but also just be a little bit conscious of what's going on.